All right, now it's time to look at the ITTOs. Let's start with the inputs. First, project charter. The project charter defines the summary milestone schedule that will influence the management of the project schedule. The next one is project management plan. When it's project management plan, obviously it's the components of the project management plan. First one is scope management plan. The scope management plan describes how the scope will be defined and developed, which will provide information on how the schedule will be developed. Development approach. The product development approach will help to define the scheduling approach, estimating techniques, scheduling tools and techniques, and controlling the schedule. The next one is enterprise environmental factors. Commercial database such as standardized estimating data, guidelines and criteria for tailoring the organization's set of standard process and procedures to satisfy the specific need of the project. Culture and structure of an organization can influence the way the projects are managed and executed. The level of maturity of project management within an organization and the management process in place can also impact how smoothly a project is carried out. Projects considered to be aligned with the organization culture may have smoother implementation and higher success rate than project that challenges these cultural norms. That's obvious, right? The next enterprise environmental factor is scheduling software, and the last one is resource availability. This includes the team resources, their skills, and also the physical resources availability. The next one is organizational process asserts. Here we are talking about existing formal and informal schedule development management and control related policies, procedures, and guidelines, historical information and lessons learned repository from previous projects, monitoring and reporting tools, templates, and forms. All right, now let's talk about the tools and techniques. Expert judgment is the first in the list. For this process, the experts will be from similar projects, schedule development management and control, scheduling methodology, for example, predictive or adaptive lifecycle, scheduling software, any specific software development for specific industry. The second one is data analysis. Using alternate analysis, you can find the optimal scheduling methodology so that the project can be completed on time and within budget. During the planned schedule phase, it can also include determining how much detailed the schedule need to be. Can the schedule be further developed during the rolling wave planning, or should I have every information now itself? How often the schedule to be reviewed and updated? These are some of the things to be considered. And also, an appropriate balance between the level and the detail need to be struck out. It should not happen that you spend a lot of time in planning rather than executing. The last one is meetings. The objective of the meetings is to develop the schedule management plan. Participants of this meeting may include the project manager, the project sponsor, selected project team members, selected stakeholders, and anyone with responsibility for schedule planning or execution, and others as needed. All right, now let's look at the outputs. The first one is schedule management plan. Let's start with the overview. Schedule management plan is a component of project management plan. You already know it. A schedule management plan includes the methodology used to create the schedule, defines activities for developing, monitoring, and controlling the schedule. This can be highly detailed or broadly framed based on the need of the project and the application area. Let's look at the components of schedule management plan. The organization procedure links. The work breakdown structure provides the framework for the schedule management plan. This ensures the consistency in estimates across the project. Schedule model development. Here, scheduling methodology, scheduling tool to be used to develop project schedule model are specified. Level of accuracy. While developing the estimation for duration, it's highly impossible to estimate the exact duration required to complete an activity. It varies within a range. In schedule management plan, you should mention the acceptable range of variation. This helps to determine the contingencies required. The next is units of measures. Each units of measure for each resource is defined. For example, for human resources, it's the staff hours, days, or weeks. And for physical resources, it could be meters, liters, tons, kilograms, etc., depending on the consumable. Control thresholds. Here, The schedule management plan will have information about the variation allowed in terms of schedule. This helps the project manager to understand when to take action if the schedule variation found. Generally, this is expressed with reference to baseline, such as no variation beyond 2 weeks from baseline, etc. Now, let's look at some of the rules of performance measurement. There could be earned value management, EVM, performance measurement, physical measurement set, etc. Here, you need to define the rules for establishing percentage complete. What kind of EVM technique will be deployed? For example, based on baseline, fixed formula, percentage complete, etc. The schedule performance measurement techniques such as schedule variance, schedule performance index, or any other method. The next and the last one is reporting formats. The format and frequency for various scheduling reports are defined here. All right, now the next one is schedule management plan. The primary output of plan schedule management plan is obviously the schedule management plan. We already have a detailed discussion about it, so let's have a quick recap. Schedule management plan is a component of project management plan. I know you're getting bored, but I want to be sure that you understand it clearly. This includes the method to create schedule, develop, monitor, and control schedule. Can be detailed or broadly framed. The components of schedule management plan are organization procedure links, where the WBS provides framework, which helps to ensure consistency. Schedule model development, which specifies scheduling methodology, tools to be used to develop schedule model. Level of accuracy, where the range for estimation is detailed. Units of measures, measurement of units for both human and physical resource. I hope you remember it. We discussed liter, meter, etc. The control threshold that specifies variance threshold that helps to understand when to take action. Rules of performance measurement, what kind of techniques will be used to measure the project performance, and the reporting formats, where the format and frequency of various reports are detailed. All right, that wraps up the ITTO. Let's move to the next process.